flag of the United States of America, republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Shirley, would you call the roll, please?
Hachinsky. Yes. Williams.
Yes.
Scarra. Here. Walker.
Here.
Ball. Here. Kolonowski.
Here.
Cruz.
Here.
Okay, on the meeting agenda for tonight, we have under communications and announcements, item A letter from Ryan McCannany, manager of Telecommunications Division of the Department of Licensing and Regulatory Affairs, regarding their electronic survey, and that letter's dated October 22nd. We also have a letter, item B, letter dated October 13th from Senator Darwin Boer regarding federal funding for maintaining the Portage Lake Channel in Onekama. Under department and committee reports, item A is the Water Department report from Wade Trim. Item B is the Fire Department report. Item C, Office of the Zoning Administrator's report. Item D is the Planning Commission meeting minutes and report. Item E is Building and Grounds Committee minutes. And item F is the PEG Commission. G is the Downtown Development Authority report and minutes. Item H is the sewer project report. Under new business, we have item A, consideration of approval of the presented resolution to set an alternate date for the December Board of Review. Item B is consideration of approval of a presented resolution for the amendment and restatement of the Filer Charter Township Government Non-ERISA Retirement Plan. Item C is consideration of the presented sealed bids for obsolete township property. And we also need to review the obsolete township property policy. Item D is consideration of approval for the township treasurer to liquidate fire department certificate of deposit and transfer the funds to the fire department cash account. Anything else that needs to be added to the agenda for tonight? Anyone have anything? If not, then I would entertain a motion for approval of the meeting agenda.
Also move.
Second that.
Okay, motion by Cruz, second by Scarra to approve the meeting agenda. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carried. Next, consideration of approval of the consent agenda. On the consent agenda for tonight, item A is the minutes of the regular board meeting held October 6th. Item B is the financial report. Item C is approval of the township general fund expenditures, including the fire department. Those are checks numbered 32884 through 32973. Accounts payable total $40,098.83. Payroll totals $12,880.83 for a grand total of $53,263.96. Item D is approval of water department expenditure checks numbered 2178 through 2190 for a total of $70,491.21. Item E is consideration of the introduction of an ordinance to add Chapter 54 to the Charter Township of Filer Code of Ordinances to provide for the regulation of alcoholic liquor traffic within the township through the enforcement of the Michigan Liquor Control Code of the State of Michigan within the township, to provide penalties for the violation hereof, and to repeal all ordinances and part of ordinance in conflict therewith. Any discussion on the consent agenda?
I'll move that we accept the consent agenda.
Support.
Motion by Hachinsky, support by Williams to approve the consent agenda for tonight. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay. On the communications and announcements, If you take a look at the letter from, and I hope I'm pronouncing the name correctly, Ryan McCannany, that is open for anyone to do a survey, complete the survey, I guess.
We have to, though.
I don't know that that we have to. The way I read it, and I'll read it again, Dean, but the way I read it is we can participate in that survey, as can anybody in the township, but there's a deadline for that. I think was November 20th, if I remember right.
Yes, November 20th.
B, the letter from Senator Darwin Boer regarding federal funding for maintaining the Portage Lake Channel in Onekama. He did respond to us and took that to, better get the right title here, took that to the Great Lakes Legislative Caucus, and they did do a resolution that was dated September 26th of 2015, so they are going to be, I guess, paying some attention to not just to the channel at Onekama, but other similar waterways and channels that have similar kinds of issues. So that was positive to see that. Okay, public comment. Any public comment for tonight? Del? No? Okay. Department and committee reports for tonight. Item A, the Water Department report from Wade Trim. When I read that and looked at the task completed last month, it's really lengthy. They've done an awful lot of work the past several months, and I think we'll probably see something about that lengthy at the December board meeting as well, because they've been doing a lot of work already this month. They did complete the project on well 4. So they have been very busy. Fire department report. Ron?
As you can see by my dress, we are still having our fire meetings on Tuesdays. By next meeting, the medical class will be over, and so we'll move our fire meetings back to Monday night. Last month we had 32 calls for service, 25 of those were medical. We had 3 false alarms, 1 structure fire in the city, 1 bonfire standby at Manistee Catholic Central, and 2 lift assists. This last month the board approved for fire department officers to attend the MTA conference in Frankenmuth. I attached a copy of my synopsis of our conference to the back of this report. We had our Halloween parade for the first time ever. It rained, and for the first time ever we ran out of almost everything. We've never ever had that happen before, so we had an excellent turnout even with the weather the way it was. The parade was very short, but we had just a huge number of kids that came and waited out for the parade outside of the fire station. So it worked out very well. We also have as a medical EMS, an EMT level medical unit. The state has, legislature passed a law adding a new, you've probably heard of it, they call it naloxone or Narcan. It's used for opiate overdoses, heroin, or prescription drug overdoses. Law enforcement is going to be carrying it, and all medical units within the county. So we now have ours, we've all had our class, and we are now carrying that on board our medical unit. As far with regard to the report, there's a couple things I wanted to point point out. One of them was the social media. That's become quite an issue with a lot of department policies being found to be incorrect by the courts. So we're probably going to have that policy reviewed. Again, they say that the policies are too general and not specific enough, and so they're throwing them out. And so we probably have to have that reviewed by our attorney. One of the most interesting things that they talked quite a bit about was at number 3, which is what you need to know about FirstNet. And that is a high-speed internet service that's going to be available. It was originally designed for emergency services, and it's a separate internet from any of the commercial services. And as they got into it, it's starting to gain hold in different states. Michigan is just starting it. But what it's going to be is also be available to township governments and township services like DPW and that. And what it does, it gets you off of the commercial internet and onto a high-speed dedicated internet. They're saying that there's no law that says you have to get into it. So what they're doing is they're making it commercially viable, competitive, or very competitive with the commercial like Charter or any of the cable companies. But it's going to be strictly dedicated to emergency services and local governments. So that's going to be coming down the road, and I thought that was pretty interesting. And if they get it going the way it's supposed to work, and Congress has dedicated, what did he say, $7 or $8 million to it to get it going, and they're going to continue to fund it until it's up and running in all 50 states. So, looking forward to that. If you have any questions about the rest of my report, please let me know, and I'll be happy to answer any questions. It was a very good conference. A lot of information passed in a short time, a one-day conference, but it's very good. The MTA does a good job. That's all I have.
So this FirstNet run, will that be that'll be faster than the commercial?
No, it'll be equivalent.
Equivalent.
Like
How about
Charter.
security levels, more secure.
Security is supposed to be better.
Okay.
And that's why they're separating it from the commercial, so that the security is better.
Ron, they're trying to get rid of all the fireworks and stuff, huh?
You know, I don't think that's going to work because the state collects.
Aren't they? I mean,
They collect a separate tax, and what they did is there was a tax the state collected out of the general fund. They gave the fire department so much money for training. Well, what they did is they decided to make fireworks legal. Then they put a fireworks tax on it in addition to the sales tax. So there's a 6% sales tax and a 6% fireworks tax. So the 6% fireworks tax goes to training fire departments. So then what they did is the fire departments figured, well, we're going to get a lot more money for training. Well, what they did is taking the money from the general fund and giving it to the fire departments. So now we aren't any better off than we were before, but they've got more money to spend. So if they, I can't see them passing it, except because then they'll have to start taking the money out of the general fund again. So I don't know how that's going to end up. He didn't seem too confident that was going to pass. So they can't seem to make up their mind what they want. Anyone have anything else for me? If not, if you don't mind, I'm going to head back over to the fire station for fire meeting for the rest of the night.
Okay, thank you, Ron.
Okay, thank you very much.
Item C, the Office of the Zoning Administrator's report. And you can see that there's been a little bit of activity in the township. Not a great deal, but some. Planning Commission, excuse me, Dean?
Oh,
Sorry.
I was just wondering when
The residential land use application for a new home was denied.
Yeah, that was denied because of the 100-foot setback. It's on Lake Michigan, and it doesn't adhere to the 100-foot setback on the bluff now. Lynn said that they told her that they would appeal to through the proper channels, but that may not happen for a while. I can't remember. I think she told me that one of the couple was sick or something, or needed some surgery or something. So, but she said they didn't seem to be too concerned about it being denied. She explained why it was denied and what they needed to go through to appeal it, and they said they would. So
It's a 100-foot setback, not 60?
100 on the Lake Bluff, yeah, on Lake Michigan.
And some of that has to do too with whether or not the area is critical dunes. You have to be a little bit extra cautious.
Okay, D, the Planning Commission. You have the minutes in your packet from the Planning Commission meeting from October 20th. Shirley, is there anything you want to add or expound on that, those minutes?
Maybe the off-road vehicle ordinance. You see that it was explored in depth. Mark Solden was here and explained the road commission, their view on things and how come they already said no to certain roads. The planners did decide that they were going to just not say no to it or yes to it this month, but they are going to readdress it again in their December meeting.
And there are, a number of roads that are already closed by the road commission to off-road vehicles. I know Maple and 31, obviously. Maple was Red Apple one?
Murky.
No, Murky. Murky was the other
County
one.
line.
And County Line.
And whatever they do, you'll see a summary of the points that they touched on and why they concluded what they did. So you can look for that in December.
Most of the roads and stuff were, that our gentleman guy wanted, are already off.
Yeah. The road commission can close up to 30% of the
Yeah.
roads in the township, and
How much? What percent?
up to 30%. Yeah.
By the way, when is the next road commission meeting?
I really don't know, but if you call me tomorrow, I can check the schedule.
You should know that.
What were those roads again that are closed?
Well, I don't know that either.
Obviously,
Maple is closed, County Line is closed, Murky is closed, 31.
Is that all of them?
I don't know if that, I don't recall if that's all. Yeah, he provided a map.
We can read them to you from the map.
Yeah, they're highlighted on the map.
There's gotta be more than that.
There may be, but the high
They're long
traffic.
roads. So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
called it
and-
high traffic.
yeah. Has nothing to do with speed limits, I guess, more or less.
No.
Just high traffic
Traffic,
roads.
yeah. Okay, E is the Building and Grounds Committee report, and you have the minutes in your packet from that. Ed, is there anything you want to add to that? or-
Yeah, everything is, we never from Northview, we never received a bid from them, did we?
We did after the meeting, after everybody was gone. I had an 8 o'clock meeting scheduled, and about 7:45,
Yeah.
7:50, just before my 8 o'clock meeting, a gentleman came in, and I didn't know who he was. Well, he was from Northview, and he had the bids, a pretty detailed bid on 3 different pages. So that'll be up at our next Building and Grounds meeting to take a look at, along with the 2 bids that we had already seen.
Is it a price surprise you?
Not really. I guess it was kind of in,
Quality of work.
yeah. Why don't, after the meeting, remind me, and I'll let you take a
Yeah.
look at those.
Well, that's fine. Everything else is about the same on there. We did get a picture of a microwave out
Yeah.
of Traverse. What's her name? Ronnie's wife.
Yeah, Kathy.
Yeah,
Gutowski.
she's the one that contacted the guy.
And that's a commercial,
Right.
right? Yeah.
So, and the heating, there was something going on every day we had picked out for this week.
Okay.
But he said, she did, Amy told me she'd try, let's work it into the first of next week.
Okay, that's custom sheet metal?
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah, let me know when you find out. I'd like to, if I can, I'd like to be there when he comes.
Oh, yeah.
Looks at it, and inspects it, so, yeah, I thought he was.
This will be quite a surprise, eh? You don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, thanks, Ed. PEG Commission, you have the October report in your packet. Dale or Dean, anything
We
you
have
want
a
to
new
add?
series starting, the Tillotson Hour. Mr. Tillotson is back in town. So he's going to consist of various events, interesting short subjects. Every week will be a new surprise. Okay. We're looking forward to the county commission being taped again, so we can put it back on our station. Brian Bain students are taping MAPS meetings and hopefully some other sporting events and stuff. We hope to get some of that, plus music. There are no issues with our budget. We're still waiting for one monitor, waiting for its parts. And so far the budget set aside for repairs is okay. So,
Good.
but we still avoid, once again,
One more.
we need one more person,
Actually, two, I think. So,
well, maybe two.
yeah, maybe.
Two, because for the pay commission, so any of you people out there
Yeah, all the people.
who really would like to get involved in anywhere out there in television land, please let us know. Thank you.
Okay. DDA report in the minutes from the October meeting are in your packet. Sewer project, I guess I would just report that the ad hoc committee met last week. We met just as an ad hoc committee and basically discussed the most recent proposal from the tribe, and we also put Brian Sousa on conference call so that he could answer some questions and clarify some things for us. And then later last week, I believe Thursday, we had a meeting with the city and discussions went pretty well there. So I guess that's just an update of where we're at with the sewer project. Unless Dean or Dale, if there's anything you want to add?
It was a good discussion of what we were looking at, mostly on the rates and stuff, and I think that was really important.
It was positive.
But all in all, the whole thing that we talked about was very, very positive.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt real good about it. It was a good week, so. Well, I'm thinking of it along the same line, probably be setting up another meeting with Tom St. Dennis, with the tribe's attorney, and would like to have either one or both of you sit in on that if you'd like, and probably but definitely we'll ask Brian Sousa to sit in on that meeting as well. So. Okay, that takes us to new business, and we have item A, consideration of approval of the presented resolution to set an alternate date for the December Board of Review, and you have the resolution that's in your packet was changed, and so you have a revised resolution in front of you. It says revised at the bottom. And basically, because of Molly's and Sharon's schedule, with the number of board of reviews that they're doing in December, the resolution is asking to change that date to Wednesday, the 16th of December. So if you take a look at that real quick.
What's the revision?
The revision is,
There was a
on,
mistake in the one paragraph, the description paragraph.
Third to the second is the only change.
let's see.
And there were
Yeah.
some typos. It didn't alter the date. It just altered some of the language in that first Monday after the second Tuesday or
Yeah,
something.
the original one, you had to, it has to be the first Tuesday after the third Monday of the month. And that simply says now, Public Act 122 of 2008, effective May 9th of 2008, allows an alternate December Board of Review meeting date during the week of the second Monday in December. And that's what December 16th would follow during that week. Because I think the first day of December is on a Tuesday. So that was the main change. Any other questions on that, or then I would entertain a motion for approval of that resolution.
I so move.
I'll second.
A motion by Cruz, second by Kolonowski to approve the presented resolution to set an alternate date for the December Board of Review meeting. Shirley, you want to call the roll, please?
Paul? Yes. Scarra?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
Cruz?
Yes.
Kalinowski?
Yes.
Chinsky?
Yes.
Walker?
Yes. Item B is the consideration of approval of the presented resolution for the amendment and restatement of the Filer Charter Township Government Non-ERISA Retirement Plan. And
How often do we do this?
About once every 6 years.
I don't know, is there anything you want to highlight on that from Burham and Flower, Shirley?
No, only that, I know that because I had a question and I called her and she told me once every 6 years. That's not something I keep in my head.
Yeah.
It's just something that they have to do for, to show that our pension plan is in compliance for the federal government. And they hire a service to do that for all of their clients, and this is the product that is sent to us along with that resolution sample to approve. It's no change to the plan at all, it's just restating that it's our plan, and that's the one in place.
And Shirley has a copy of that you can see if
Right.
you wish to see it.
Do they do every township, Shirley?
Well, every township that Burn and Flower handles,
I know,
they
I
do.
was gonna say,
It's right here.
taking 6 years to do the whole county.
No, actually, they do it all at one time, I guess.
Really?
Yeah. Here's the Department of Treasury letter.
By the way, how are our sisters working out? Quite well?
Very, very well, I think, yeah.
So we have to make a motion?
So we need a motion to approve this presented resolution.
I'll make a motion to approve it.
Support.
Okay, motion by Scarra, support by Williams to approve the presented resolution for the amendment and restatement of the Filer Charter Township Government Non-ERISA Retirement Plan. Shirley, you want to call the roll, please?
Chinsky,
Yes.
Scarra,
Yes.
Ball, yes, Cruz,
Yes.
Kalinowski,
Yes.
Walker,
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
Okay, next we have consideration of presented sealed bids for obsolete township property. And You got 4 bids here.
Where is that obsolete property?
Down at 2111 Nelson Street.
You mean Joe's house?
It's over at the A building.
Yeah. at the
Number
A
2.
building. Okay, this bid is for a footstool that I don't recall seeing, but it's a footstool that Shirley's interested in. And it's a bid for $2.
How much?
$2. You had a chance to bid on it, Ed. It didn't catch my eye.
Boy,
See it?
you can use that stool instead of that desk you want for that door.
I could try, yeah.
So I guess we have to take these one at a time and approve them?
I don't know, how do you want to do it? I guess.
Is that the only bid on that
I,
particular?
Yeah, you
well,
don't know that.
yeah, I guess I better open them all because I don't.
Everybody
yeah.
wants that.
Maybe everybody wants it.
$2.25 somebody. No.
And that bid was received on October 23rd, and I don't recall the deadline for getting
Was
those
at
bids
noon.
in was at
Notice
noon.
the time envelope.
10:50 a.m. And it was noon, was it on that date? I know it was a Friday, I think, wasn't it? Yep. Friday the 23rd was the
Didn't make any money?
They don't
deadline.
miss deadlines.
Well, I wanted to bid on something, and
You didn't pick on
with
it.
everything going on, I totally forgot about it. So this bid was received on October 23rd at 9 a.m. And this is a bid for the tires that we've been trying to get rid of for, what, a year and a half now, the 4 truck tires.
Oh, we finally did get here, eh?
And this is a bid from Eric Vasquez for the amount of $100 for the 4 truck tires.
You gotta buy.
Pardon me?
You gotta buy.
Yes.
Better than the $2 footstool.
Well, I thought we had them sold on Craigslist
Yeah.
at one time for $150, but
Yeah,
then,
but he never showed up, right?
well, then he emailed that he found a pair of tires, a set of tires for $100, and he would still be interested in bidding on those for $100 as a backup if, you know, but, let's see, this bid was received on October 21st, and it's from Linda Monroe for the dark finish bed in the amount of $25, and for the snow rack in the amount of $5.
Linda works with Molly. She was up here last time with Molly.
Oh, okay. Do you know what the snow rack
Or is it a
is?
snow rake?
I don't know.
Snow rake.
It says rack, R-A-C-K.
Wow.
Was there a snow rake
Yeah,
there?
there was a snow
Okay.
rake.
A snow hunting?
Rake
Oh,
for cleaning off.
Wouldn't that be
$5.
a lot of money, $25 for that rake of snow?
No, the $25 was for the bed.
Oh, she wants both for $25.
The dark finish bed, I don't know.
$5
what
for
it is.
the rake.
Oh, $5.
The dark finish bed, was that the one with the posts, the high posts?
Lynn went over there with them. She would know.
Okay. That's what I wanted to bid on, but I forgot about it. This bid was received on October 21st, and I just cut it. But it's, and this is from Molly Whetstone, a small white heater, $5 bid, 4 white chairs for $10. I don't recall seeing 4 white chairs there.
Those are those plastic ones.
Oh, the lawn chairs, okay. $10 for those. The 4-drawer file cabinet, I finally did see that, it was in the closet far back, $10. And the dark brown crock pot dark brown crock pot. A $5 bid on that. So it doesn't look like we had any duplicate bids, did we?
No.
They're all,
Is that the last one?
that's the last one.
I'll move that we accept all the bids.
I'll second it.
Okay, motion by Hachinsky, second by Cruz to accept all 4 bids. Well, the bids from the 4 individuals, there are more than 4 bids here. I guess there's, what, 8 total bids, 8 different items, so. Any discussion? Okay.
What about stuff that didn't get bid?
That's what we need to talk about next. We need to vote on this first, though.
I'll need those. I guess I'll take those two.
Okay. Okay. We don't need to do a roll call on that, do we? Small amount. Any other discussion?
Nope.
Okay. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, then, Dale asked, what about the rest of the stuff that's there? We have a policy for disposal of equipment, and I guess we've kind of followed the first 3 steps of that, which include bidding, and now item 4 is that all items must be picked up by the successful bidder within 7 days of receiving notification unless other arrangements have been made with the township supervisor. All items are sold as is and shall not be returned to the township. Items of no value can be disposed of by order of the township board. And then item 5, any equipment not sold through this sealed bid process may be put up for sale on a first-come basis with the same terms and conditions stated in paragraph 4, or disposed of at the board's discretion. So I guess, you know.
Well, you gotta authorize that, right?
Authorize what?
The sale of that stuff. One paragraph, it said the supervisor, right?
Well, I think there's only
With
2
board
steps.
approval,
2
the
possible
supervisor-
steps.
Board
left,
approval,
right?
is that what it
Yeah,
said?
the only one that mentions the supervisor is the arrangements for picking the things up.
Oh.
So these things that have
Alright.
been sold, if Shirley doesn't pick up her stool from me within 7 days, I can throw it in the dumpster. So I'm sure she'll have it though within the 7 days. But I guess we just need to notify those bidders that, you know, and Molly and the other gal will be here tomorrow, so they can pick that up, and we just need to let Mr. Vasquez know that his bid for the tires is accepted.
How about that TV? Can we donate it now?
Items not picked up can be sold on a first come, first served basis, or disposed of by the township board. And yeah, I don't know if what Dean's talking about in the basement, there's a really old TV, and we just talked one day when we were looking, I guess Tom was down there, and Dean said, boy, I bet the museum would like to have that, because it's definitely an antique piece.
Okay, I'll make a motion that anything that could be donated, like the TV, to the museum. I'll make that as a motion, that we donate that TV to the museum.
Okay.
Well, you want to broaden that maybe and have them come in and see if there was anything else there? There were old pictures.
Yeah, there
and
was
the
old
like.
pictures in that.
Sure, then,
All
fine.
items
Yeah.
to offer the museum?
Maybe to offer the museum an opportunity to
That
select
TV
any
is
items they would like
heavier
for the
than
museum
helmets.
display.
That thing was one of the first ones in this town,
Really?
in this Tyler Township.
Okay, well, we got a motion on the floor. We need a second first, and then we can.
I'll
Second.
second it.
Okay. We have a motion by Yachinsky, second by Cruz and Williams to contact the museum offer to them an opportunity to come in and select any items they would like to have for display at the museum from the Adamski House. So, any further discussion on that? The TV pictures, some real old pictures there. I know there was some really old stuff, but I don't know if there's anything else but they might, if they come in and look, they might see some things that would make,
Did we vote on that motion already?
not yet.
Then I'd like to make a motion that anything else, that if somebody comes and makes us an offer, you have the authority to accept it or reject it.
I'll second that.
Well,
Okay,
he's
we've-
amending his, okay.
Yeah, is that an amendment to your motion, or?
Yeah.
Another,
Okay, let's vote on the first motion.
Well, we can amend it, and with the understanding that anything left you can sell on a first-come, first-served basis.
Okay, after we have,
Put a timeline on that,
after we have the museum,
right?
people take a look at it. Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay, and then how long did you want to keep that open, and then we'll
Well,
dispose?
yeah, we need to get it cleaned
another
up,
week or
so,
so.
maybe,
15th of the month.
maybe a week after the museum, if we
How would
contact
that
the
be?
museum and they come right away, today's the 3rd.
That we cover ourselves,
Yeah.
that if not, we'll throw it out.
Of course, we'd have to post an ad in order for people to know that that's there.
Okay, we'll do
Give
that.
us another commercial.
We'll do
Yeah,
that.
so anyone in the township that wants to purchase any of the remaining items at the Adamski House that the township has purchased, they may come and look at those, and on a first-come, first-served basis, purchase anything. I guess the way to go about that would be to call the township office, speak with Lynn, and set up an appointment so that either myself or one of us from the board can be there to let them into the house to see the objects.
Should we have a deadline on that, a firm deadline?
Let's put a deadline on that.
15th of the month.
Yeah, the 15th sounds good to me.
With,
Actually, probably better do the 14th.
with
The 15th is a Sunday.
Oh, it is?
With
With
disposal
your disposal.
On Sunday.
Yeah.
Following,
after that.
yeah, after the 14th.
Okay.
By the way, where did our Tupelo ever go?
I do not know.
Then we'll need a vote.
Huh?
It went into the dumpster, I don't know. We'll need another dumpster there then. Okay, so we need to vote on the,
Everything. It'll say something along the lines of to offer the museum an opportunity to select any items left at 21 Nelson Street with the understanding that the supervisor will sell at a first-come, first-served basis until November 14th, any leftover items, with disposal after November 14th of all items,
right.
all remaining items.
Any further discussion on the motion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. So, we will move forward and finish getting that cleaned out, and then at our next Building and Grounds Committee, we'll be considering the bids for windows and doors and bring that to the December board meeting for approval, and hopefully then get work started on replacement of windows and doors.
Did you get 3 bids?
We did get 3 bids, yes. Okay. Public comment.
Oh, no,
Oh,
we have one more.
thing left.
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought we were done, yep. Item D, consideration of approval for the township treasurer to liquidate the fire department certificate of deposit and transfer those funds to the fire department cash account.
Julie, do you know how long this is for? Like if the board approves this, how long? Because we're looking at, to the end of the fiscal year. But what happened is, I called there and I renewed the CD because they will not charge us any fees if we have to cash it in. So it's like, the CD is renewed now for 13 months. So as long as the fire department does not need that money by the end of March, it'll just keep going.
Well, we could make that part of the motion if the money is needed
In this
through
fiscal
the end
year.
of the fiscal year.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Is that what we want to say?
So, yeah, consideration of approval for the township treasurer to liquidate fire department certificate of deposit and transfer those funds to the fire department cash account if, on a need basis, for the remainder of this fiscal year. And if it's not needed, she can leave the CD in
Well, what's
place.
the purpose of changing that?
I think
If
they're
they
gonna run out.
need
They're
the
running low on money, but,
How
funds.
much we got to go, a month?
oh, no, more than that.
Till the end of March.
No, money-wise.
Oh,
Yeah,
money.
yeah,
Well,
longer.
we haven't got a lot of money then.
No, and, you know, we don't know what expenses they may have come up.
We're coming into the winter season, and there's always high utility bills over there.
Yeah.
So this is just in case, but hopefully we won't need to do this. In case we do.
I'll make the
Excuse me, so-
motion.
Okay.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion by Cruz, second by Kalinowski to approve Ruth liquidating the fire department's certificate of deposit and transferring those funds to the fire department cash account in the event it's needed before the end of the fiscal year. Any further discussion on that? All those in favor signify by
Aye.
saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Now, public comment. Anything now, Dell?
Anybody wants to leave?
We've got 2 dumpsters full to get rid of.
And I noticed that, are these filled right up now?
Yes.
They're using the one over by the well?
And,
Everything's filled
The
up.
one over there is filled too, and Lynn called today to have those.
Okay, because now's the time people are dumping it.
Oh, yeah,
What we're gonna end up is we're gonna end up with piles up on alongside.
yeah,
Hopefully they'll be here tomorrow then.
yeah. Okay, any other business to come before the board tonight? Tom, start with you this time.
No, I just spoke my piece.
You spoke your piece. Ed?
Nothing.
Ruth? Shirley? Dale? Dean?
Roof looks good on the residence and the door looks good. And we still got some rotten wood in the back we gotta get rid of.
Well, John was supposed to take that, wasn't he?
Yeah. He hasn't gotten to it yet. I guess I'd just throw out that, you know, we've been dealing with that rec center door, and I spoke with Chuck Owens again today, and
It's not done.
it's not done. The door, if you noticed, I don't know what day it was last week, his trailer
Yeah.
was there.
Seen that there.
And then about 2 or 3 days later, I saw the trailer gone, and the door is still the same old door, so I called Chuck to find out. Well, there was a mix-up again in the order. The door that was ordered was too wide, and so he, you know,
Probably getting.
he feels pretty
disgusted.
bad. He's getting, yeah, because he's kind of caught in the middle, and he said all he knows now is it's been reordered, and he doesn't have a date for when it's going to be in, but when it is, he'll get in touch with me, and they'll get it installed. So he's made 2 attempts to get the door replaced. The order was wrong both times, so. Anyway, that's all I have to add for tonight. I would entertain a motion for adjournment.
I so move.
Second.
Motion by Cruz, second by Skira to adjourn. All those in favor? Aye. Have the planners received the one from Lake County?
Yes, I gave